Hello my guys, welcome to another episode of the Microwave Kicks. Just when we thought no more transfer speculations for today, just when we thought okay, before we get any other transfer speculation, it's till probably tomorrow or next week. Guess what? Another one. Agreement in principle between Chelsea and Bynoe-Gittens. 7-year contract negotiation ongoing between Chelsea and Borussia Dortmund. That's from the most reliable Fabrice Hawkins. So it is said that Chelsea have actually agreed personal terms with Bynoe-Gittens. I knew this particular transfer would be much more easier than the Nico Jackson and Rafael Leao's deal. I know this particular transfer will be much more easier than the Nico Williams and Fabrice Leao's deal, because first of all, his contract and his salary will not be too much, and also the transfer fee can be negotiated. But talking about transfer fee, let's get to the next report concerning this. Now, according to Pattyman, he said there has been no official bid yet. That's between Chelsea and Borussia Dortmund. Although formal bid of 40 million euros is expected anytime soon, I understand Borussia Dortmund are seeking 60 million euros. Negotiation continues. Joshid and Gittens' agent, Elite Group, are in talks today on best possible fee. Wages discussed less than 100k. So you could see that salary match with what Chelsea will want to offer, because Chelsea are not going to pay anybody more than 150, 170 these days. That's one of the reasons Jadon Sancho actually left. Now, bringing Gittens into the mix, it makes sense to me. Why? Because salary, it matches. Transfer fee, it's not going to be too much. And this is a guy who has Champions League experience. Yes, he's young. He's about 20 years thereabouts. He's young. I understand that fact. But it's somebody who is hungry to play football. It's somebody who is willing to show Borussia Dortmund that this is what I possess. This is what I can do on the pitch. And that is what we're saying now. Now to the next tweet concerning this same, transfer. Chelsea are trying to sign Gittens before Tuesday deadline so he can play in the Club World Cup group stages. So Chelsea are trying to accelerate this deal. Chelsea wants to make it as quick as possible. Chelsea knows that the transfer window for the Club World Cup ends in 3 days. That's why they are trying every means as quick as possible to make this so. Because currently Chelsea doesn't have any left winger as we stand right now. The only person there is George. No Modric, no Sancho. There's nobody there. And obviously, Estavio is not coming. Estavio has to play the Club World Cup with Palmeiras first. So the right wing is covered with Madueke and Neto. So there's nobody on the left. So that's why Chelsea has to sign a player as quick as possible. Even if the Ekitike deal wants to delay, we already have 2 strikers already. And this deal, we can't afford to miss this deal. Now let's get to the next tweet concerning this same deal. Dortmund are keen to sell, and Gittens has informed them he wants to join Chelsea. A deal Chelsea hopes moves fast. Although Chelsea aren't putting a hard June 10 deadline on it, even though a left winger is a key priority going into the Club World Cup. Like I said, Chelsea has to sign. Even if they are making it not look very, even if they are not putting up a deadline, even if they are not making it a key priority, let's be honest with ourselves. There is no how Chelsea wants to go to the Club World Cup without having the thoughts at the back of their minds that they want to go as far as the semi-final, the final, or even possibly win it. So for you to go to that competition, you must go with your best legs. And right now, Chelsea doesn't have any left winger. So it is best Chelsea actually signs this guy as quick as possible. To me, he's worth every hype. Chelsea will only go for young players. And this is the young player Chelsea has actually set their eyes on, to actually acquire before going to the Club World Cup. Rafael Leao will cost a lot in terms of transfer fee and also in terms of salary. But this guy is average. I think this guy's fee is not beyond what Chelsea is actually offering. But there's a report that came in that Chelsea are offering very, very little amount of money, over 30 million pounds for Bynoe-Gittens. Wow. I hope Borussia Dortmund are going to sell, because trust me, that particular amount for Gittens is actually on a very, very low side. And it is said that Manchester City have a sell-on clause, a 10% sell-on clause. So I don't know how Borussia Dortmund will be willing to let him go. Probably it could be a swap deal with Chukwuemeka if that works out, and probably top it up with enough cash to get the deal over the line. So I just hope this actually works out. Chelsea are very, very serious with this deal, and I actually see this deal, working. I see him, because personal terms have been agreed now, just club to club, and that should not be a very, very huge problem, due to the fact that Chelsea and Borussia Dortmund have a bit of understanding, have a good relationship between them. So let's see how this goes. Let's hope that this deal actually works. So all Chelsea fans, do you think this is the best deal for Chelsea right now? Do you think Gittens coming to Chelsea is what you want? Do you think he would actually perform well if he comes to Chelsea? Please leave your thoughts in the comments. Now to the next story. Chelsea will listen to offers for Jackson, Madueke, Leslie Ugochukwu, Kenny Dewsbury-Hall, Kanichukwu Emeka, Disasi, Sanchez, Petrovic, Sterling, Broja. Gil loan to Ipswich is currently blocked due to personal term not agreed. So let's start with the names I just mentioned. There will be an exodus of sales in Chelsea this season. Exodus of sales. See, there's so many players that are going to leave. So many players that are really, really going to leave Chelsea. We have even more names that are going to come into this list. If Chelsea sign another defender, we might obviously lose like 1 or 2 defenders. And Chelsea are supposed to sign a defender going into next season. For Jackson, if Chelsea eventually signs Ekitike, I think it could be game over for Jackson. I think Jackson would actually leave. And I'm having a feeling that he might stay in the Premier League. But let's see how that goes. Madueke has not really performed up to par in the recent times. But I think he could actually stay in the squad to be like a squad player instead of letting him go. Probably a loan would be better than outright sale. For Leslie Ugochukwu, it should be a sale. For Kenny Dewsbury-Hall, it should be a sale. Kanichukwu Emeka, sale. Disasi should go. Sanchez, that should be a sale. And it should actually be like a swap deal with Kudus for West Ham. Petrovic, I think he should be in the squad. I think Petrovic deserves to be Chelsea #1 or at least Chelsea #2. Sterling should go. Obviously, Broja would go, Chiwo would go. There's a lot of players that their names are not even here that would actually leave Chelsea. So there will be an exodus of players that will actually leave Chelsea this season. They say McGill to Ipswich is currently blocked due to personal term. I think McGill will actually leave on loan because he will not get game time here this season. So the best thing for him to do is to go to the Championship, get enough game time, score goals, get confidence, learn a lot, from that league and from the team you're actually playing for. I think that will be all for now until we have any other news concerning Chelsea's transfer. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what you think. Subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. Hit the like button and let me know what you think about all these transfers. Until I come away again next time, I remain your boy Mike Way. Please don't forget to subscribe. Stay cool. Cheers.